Whatever his link is to our past, it's pulled us all back here.
Hello, Sydney. It's an honor.
Hey everyone, Ryan here. So once again, here we are with more Scream news as it is. We just got the other day our release date for the new Scream 6 movie to come out next year. So that date is March 31st, 2023. It just seems like we did that new Scream movie just came out, and they're already on top of it of creating even the follow-up from this last Scream. So the last Scream movie was this called Scream from the original title back in 1996. Now I really feel like they really lived up to its expectation. I really think Wes Craven would probably be happy with this, the way it actually came out. The stories and characters around this new Scream movie really got developed even more into the original format of the original Scream, which I thought was pretty cool, bringing Billy Loomis back into the picture. And what would happen with this? I know everyone keeps on saying this, but what happened if Stu did not actually die from that TV? Would he actually play a main character in this new Scream, yet to come out next year? So I'm really excited that they are actually creating a more developing story around this with the new set trilogy. I wonder if that will possibly be happening. But I'll be really not to be surprised if this will be a trilogy, because as you guys can recall, back in 96 when we had our first Scream movie, Scream 2 pretty much came out the following year. And then, of course, Scream 3 came out a couple of years later to create that first part of the trilogy of this Scream movie. The Scream 4 actually came out later on in 2000. And here we are once again, 12 years later, we got our first Scream movie for a new, different spinoff. And the main characters were back in this. We had Courtney Cox, Neve Campbell, and David Arquette playing their roles once again, known as Deputy Duty. Sidney Prescott and Gale Weathers are actually back. And what will actually happen with the developing news with this? I don't want to leak too much news from the new Scream since it just recently came out. But I'm really excited to see this movie actually transfer into more of a story. And when I heard this news the other day, I was kind of hoping this movie would have came out around the same time of the Scream movie, which was around the January 14th time of this year, around this time of 2023, but I guess that's not happening. Maybe that they can actually focus on getting this movie to be the way it should be and really tie in as it is. Because if you guys did not see the movie, there were sole survivors in this movie. Now, wouldn't be surprised if they really tied these stories in with this. I'm going to give a little bit of detail of this new Scream movie, saying in the relation with this movie, with each character, really ties in really good, I gotta say, because if you remember Randy, who were in the first two, of course he died in the second one. I didn't want him to die. It was like one of my favorite characters in the movie, and they had to do that. But anyways, my whole point is Randy's sister was in this movie, and she has kids. And her kids were the main focus with this new Ghostface as well. So we had ties with that. We had ties with Billy Loomis as well too, which is the two main characters in this, which almost played like the new Sidney Prescott, you gotta say. And everyone really ties in with each and every one of those characters from the first movie. And how well will they actually tie this in with this new movie coming out coming next year? This will give them enough time. I wouldn't be surprised if they already have a story developed as it is, and getting ready to shoot this film once again, like I said, during the summertime and pretty much towards the end of summer, to get this movie really in production-wise and really give it the hype as it is, to really carry on the Scream 6 movie into next March as it is. Will they actually stick to that date? I was kind of hoping it would be earlier, but I guess we're going to have to wait until March 31st, 2023. And once again, I won't be surprised if this gets tied in with the third sequel in the works with this to finish off a new set trilogy from the new Scream franchise. So what do you guys think? Are you excited about this new release date? Have you watched the new Scream movie, and did you actually like it? Leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. This is one of my favorite talks, as you can see. This on my station, I've talked about Scream so many times, and there is so much more to actually talk about. So I'm looking forward to actually talking about more future talk with the new Scream franchise as it is, and how far will they actually carry on. Can you actually see in this movie, they're dealing with cell phones. And you got to remember too, since the first Scream, there weren't really cell phones back in the past. There were, but they weren't exactly what they are like they are these days. But it's a new generation. You don't know what's going to happen. And these days, you got to live up to its sequel. And this is not even a sequel too. This is the sixth one in the works. We got Sidney Prescott back and Gale Weathers. What's going to happen? And you guys can remember inside the universe of Scream, what were they actually doing in that Stab 6, believe it or not? Was that Stab 6 actually the time-traveling episode of the movie from within this movie of Scream? A little silly, but hey, here we are now working up to the sixth one into the series of Scream. And we know right away after this happens come next year, there will be a seventh one. And will they even end with the seventh one? How bad are you going to torture Sidney Prescott with these Ghostface? What are these ties going to be with her past? If not, there will be new ties with these new characters that are actually entering the story as it is. But I really see Soul Survivors in this new movie coming out next year. Oh yeah, and there's one other thing I do want to point out too. Check out this picture. Okay, so in this picture, this is the picture that someone was on the website in the Scream universe. And yes, if you look sharply over to the right, you see an interview from Kirby. Does this mean Kirby is actually coming back in this new Scream movie? Will that be a possibility? Or will they actually maybe tie it in with the last one? They're actually maybe in this third part trilogy, maybe do something like that. Hey, this would be quite interesting too, though, if Stu were to come back. Because just think about this. If they had an opening shot, they were in the hospital, and we saw Stu coming back, we see his eyes. Maybe something from Halloween when you see the killer's down, like Jason actually closed eyes and all of a sudden go, boom. It scares you. And maybe this new Ghostface is really trying to pin him down as Ghostface, but he's not really the Ghostface that we actually think he is. That would be an interesting story as it is. So I'm trying to give ideas out there where I think the Scream 6 might actually go, or maybe tied in with the last part of the trilogy. Because I know right away this will be a 3-part trilogy. Can't wait to see what happens. I'll probably do more videos down the line trying to give more interesting ideas what this story could actually be. Because we know people are coming back from this Scream that just came out in January. And will be tied in with this second one. And what will happen? I think the next one's going to be really serious. I know there were a lot of Soul Survivors in this last movie, but I don't think the second one, a lot of people will not make it. And we will see new characters as it is. So anyways, leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say about this new Scream movie. What do you actually think about this new release date? Are you happy with this March 31st, 2023? I know I am, and I can't wait for it to actually come out to see what this Scream franchise will actually do. How many times are you going to torture Sidney Prescott? We don't know. Hey, heck, just think about this. The Fast and the Furious movie have up to 9 movies as it is right now, going into the 10th. Will the Scream franchise actually go up that high and beat the Fast and the Furious with sequel-wise? You're going to have to find out. So anyways, I can wrap things up saying my name's Ryan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time at the movies, or maybe at the next possible screening of Scream 6. So I'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you later. Bye.